Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, June 14th, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Well, I didn't get yelled at, but I do think they probably talked about me after I left the dentist yesterday. But seriously, I did have a great experience, which is different than anything I've ever had in my life, at a brand new practice over there on Forbes Street, Morabito Family Dentistry. Highly recommended. A quick housekeeping note, the daily newsletter is rocking and rolling now, and I figured out that whole image issue. It is free. I'm going to drop a link right here in the show notes to subscribe if you haven't already. Again, it is free. Anyhow, we do have some news, so let's get into it, shall we? Some updates on that mass shooting on Sunday. The suspect had his arraignment today, and the judge ordered him held without bond despite his attorney's pleas to allow him to get help for his PTSD. Now, the Baltimore Banner has dug up the dirt on the suspect, including past criminal charges, violent outbursts, and more. You do want to check that out at the Baltimore Banner. Another very important date for you, June 25th. It's a Sunday. It's at Caliente Grill from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. There's going to be a community fundraiser for the families whose lives were shattered in this shooting. We are working on the details right now, but please plan to stop by and come together as a community, as I know that we all can. As we reported yesterday, shots were fired, causing a lockdown of the State House complex. Here's what the police have to say about it. At 5:30 p.m. on Monday, Annapolis police officers responded to a report of shots fired. Upon arrival, officers found evidence of shots having been fired. Officers observed a subject enter a vehicle and flee the scene. The driver was apprehended and identified as a 32-year-old Annapolis resident. A handgun was located in a driveway on Genesee Street. The suspect has been charged with 2 counts of second-degree attempted murder, 2 counts of having a loaded handgun on his person, 2 counts of a first-degree assault, and 1 count of reckless endangerment and 1 count of malicious destruction of property. Now, this seems a little bit off to me, as there is no mention of him firing at or hitting 2 people, which would be required for an attempted murder charge, and also that 2 counts of having a loaded handgun on his person. They don't mention that he had it on his person. However, they do say they recovered a gun in a driveway on a street in the area. I'm going to follow up and see what I can find out from the Annapolis Police Department on that one. Today is the big day. 2 o'clock p.m. is the big time. And after almost 18 months, the Hillman Garage is reopening. Now, there will be a celebration from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on the roof with free swag, a DJ, pickleball, live music, refreshments, and yes, Governor Wes Moore is going to be making some remarks as well. I guess he's happy to have parking back. The parking will be free through the 19th, but after that, remember, it is now treated just like street parking. You need to pay in advance, a la feeding the meter, and estimate your time that you're going to need the space. If you go over your time, you will now get a ticket, and that will set you back $50. So be sure to return to extend your time, which you are able to do via the app, the kiosk in the garage, or by text. Now, my guess is that since AMRP now controls the parking for the next 30 years, and they need to recover their costs that they incurred to build the garage, they're going to be very aggressive in their ticketing. And the new technology in the garage will alert them to each expired vehicle in real time. I hope I'm wrong, but just beware. And speaking of that $50 fine, the city of Annapolis just approved a $180 million operating budget, which does include a bunch of new and increased fines. The property tax did not go up technically, but the assessments did, so the tax bill will be higher this year. And they also jacked up trash collection by 10% as well. To put this in a bit of perspective, the budget that Mayor Buckley inherited from former Mayor Mike Panelides was $102 million. And just curious, I looked at some other cities around Maryland just to sort of see where we stood, and we are way ahead of our nearest competitor. Annapolis has that $180 million budget, as I said. Bowie has $101 million, and they've got 56,000 residents, which is more than us. Frederick has $110 million with 79,000 residents. Rockville has $156 million with 67,000 residents. Gaithersburg has $72.5 million with 69,000 residents. Hagerstown has $171 million. That's the closest to us, with 43,000 residents. And Salisbury has a $71 million budget with 33,000 residents. So we are far ahead. We're spending about $4,400 per resident. Bowie is at about $1,800. Frederick's at $1,300. Rockville's at $2,300. Gaithersburg is at $1,049. Hagerstown is at $3,900, and Salisbury is at $2,100 per resident. Kind of interesting when you look at it that way. Stupid study of the day time. According to Nature in Bloom, Maryland residents have the fourth lowest libido in the nation. Lower than us is Hawaii, New York, and California. The highest libido state is Montana. Go figure that. Anyhow, how did they come up with all this? Well, they analyzed Google searches for the term, quote, dead bedroom, unquote. There is good news, folks. The survey says that THC and CBD can soothe the nerves and boost libido. So if you are suffering, come July 1st, expect a libido boost when you can buy your recreational weed legally. Oh, and Nature in Bloom, they are branded as your hemp resource. So no surprise there. All right, that is a wrap on the news. Up this Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, True Food Kitchen, and I do need to get editing on that one. The following week, we're going to hear from Pasadena Yacht Yard. All right, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you and to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and the Maryland Higher Education Commission. So now you need to hang tight because George Young from DCMDVA Weather is standing by with the only locally forecast weather report you will find, and Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, is here with all of your music news in Annapolis After Dark. Anyhow, all that's coming up in just a bit, so hang tight.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, June 14th. Conditions were great across the Annapolis region yesterday, following a bit of rain Monday afternoon and evening, but we'll likely see some more rain in the PM hours today, ahead of mostly sunny skies through Saturday before another chance of rain returns to the area on Sunday. Look for mixed skies today with highs in the mid-70s to lower 80s, with clouds then building into the PM hours as a few showers and storms are expected. Ahead of sunshine in low to mid-80s Thursday, with more of the same Friday and Saturday before another chance of showers and storms Sunday, with highs in the mid or upper 80s across the region. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. Don't forget, follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
It's another exciting weekend of affordable family fun at Prince George's Stadium with the Bowie Bay Sox. It kicks off on the 16th with our DL Hall poster giveaway for the first 750 fans and our Knock Cancer Out of the Park night on Saturday. Back-to-back fireworks each night, and celebrate your Father's Day on the 18th with a pregame catch on the field. Get your tickets now by calling 301-805-6000 or anytime online at baysox.com. The Bowie Bay Sox, Let us be your 9-inning vacation.
The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, June 14th through Sunday, June 18th. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also both websites for the full schedule. We update the event at all websites with changes and cancellations so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com. Live music for today, Wednesday. One of my favorites, Sean Owen, is back at one of the coolest waterfront spots in the area, Beacon, which used to be Sam's on the Waterfront. The Leftovers will be at EDC in the MRE. You must be a member or a guest of a member to attend. Michael Miller will be just down the road at Dark Horse. Thursday, Get to the Point for Dan Haas. Down the road, Michael K., A Pretty Big Deal, will be at Senior Chili Cantina in Arnold. Scott Voorhees will be at Severna Park Tap House. Tim and Katie are back at O'Loughlin's in Arnold. There's a brand new open mic in Annapolis starting this week. George Evans is hosting an open mic at Ram's Head Tavern on West Street. Yes, you heard that right. Go to George Evans' personal page on Facebook for the details on what he will have and what you need to bring. Also in Annapolis, Alex G. Lee will be jamming with Shelby Morgan Thursday on the rooftop at Metropolitan. Moose Jaw Bluegrass will be at Dark Horse. And under my other things to do, there will be trivia at the Speakeasy at Second Alarm Brew House in Pasadena, my favorite little coffee shop that turns into a speakeasy. And also there will be trivia at Firm Brewing in Crofton. Weekend music, Friday, Goshen Farm Summer Concert Series returns. This Friday with music by Sparks and McCoy and Guava Jelly. DJ Veritas will be at the Chart House Prime. Third Shift will be at Romulo's up in Severna Park. Tommy McGee will be solo up at Firm Brewing in the Crofton Gambrels area. Sean Owen will be at Waterman's Tavern in Edgewater Friday night. Mixed Business will be up at the White Oak Tavern in Ellicott City. 2 floors of free music at Middleton Tavern with Donald Wolcott upstairs in the piano bar, and Pretty Big Deal full band downstairs. And end the night with Moran Trip Band at Santa Joe's on West Street. Saturday, Jennifer Schimpf will be at Great Frogs. 24 Carat will be at Broadneck Grow in Edgewater with special guest Dave Marsh of Kickback on the drums. Rickshaw Lizard is at Ram's Head Roadhouse in Crownsville. Jim Mateo is at Mike's Crab House North in Pasadena. My Chemical Bromance is at Twain's Tavern in Pasadena. Good Talk Russ will be at Romulo's in Severna Park. Kevin Pollock, multi-instrumentalist, will be at River Bay Roadhouse on Saturday. Jeremy Gillis will be at the White Oak Tavern up in Ellicott City. Brendan Lane of Brendan Lane and the Sugar Packets will be at Santa Joe's Riverside in Galesville. Mike Sharp will be at Blackwall Hitch. Poster Nutbag is back at Firm Brewing up in Crofton. And DJ Draco will be ending the night at O'Brien's. Sunday Fun Day, Brant Austin Dunn will be at Great Fogs Winery off of Forest Drive. Sean Owen is back on the crab deck at Santa Joe's Riverside in Galesville. Brody Keene will be up at Broken Oar Bar and Grill up in Glen Burnie for Father's Day. West Street Revival will be at Santa Joe's on West Street with this month's theme, 1967, Summer of Love. Father's Day Jam with Nate and Michael K. at Dark Horse. Dream Punch plays Father's Day at 49 West Coffee House. And remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. Add the websites to the homepage of your cell phone to make them an app. 2 clicks to the music anytime, and I'll see you out there.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.